Morning everyone, another absolutely scorcher today, another hot and sunny beautiful day here in sunny Godley. Anyway, I think you can tell because I'm not in my Tomcat uniform, it's not one of my gas videos, it's another Robin's Maben staycation vlog. So yep, today we're off on our annual staycation holiday, and this year we're going to Devon for a week, and then we're going over to the Isle of Wight for a few days because my mate Andy Beezer has a plumbing and gas training centre in Southampton right near the ferry terminal, and he lives on the Isle of Wight because Tomcat's going to go out into the plumbing world as well as gas. So I'm going to have a look at his plumbing centre and see what I can nick off him. He's already been to mine to nick off the gas, so I can nick some plumbing stuff. Anyway, while we're away as well, it's George's birthday. So Georgia is 24 on the 24th tomorrow. So it happens only once in your lifetime where your actual year is your day. And George's is tomorrow. So happy birthday, G. Anyway, as usual on these vlogs, we need to set the stupid dog out for her morning duties. Can you see her down there? She's down there somewhere. Rosie! Oh, there she is, look. There she is, coming. And need to get that done. Then we need to get the van packed up. And then we need to go and get Georgia from the flat. And then we need to get out of here. So, let's get the van packed up and let's get on with it. Don't forget, before you go on holiday, to make sure you check all your fluids. Make sure you've got your washing bottle and your brake fluid and your coolant's all there. I've dipped my dipstick, and most important as well, make sure you check your tyre pressures before you go. Now then, according to Google Maps, we've got about a 9-hour journey down to the small village of Bradworthy in North Devon. It's going to take us less than that because it's such a long journey. We're expecting about 6 hours with an hour stop for lunch. So let's get on with it then. So we've arrived finally. It's taken us just over 6 hours to get here. And we're a lovely spot out in the middle of nowhere. So fields all around us, so plenty of walking for the dog in the morning. So shall we have a tour of the place where we're staying? Let's find out what we've got. Dog panting like a panty thing. So turn right, we've got obviously the dining room, and then through into the massive kitchen. Utility down that end. Massive place we've got. Into the living room. See what we've got upstairs. So, looks like mine and Charlotte's room. Across the landing. Looks like G's already picked a bed. What do you think, Rose?
You dirty bugger. Get out. Clear off.
So that's the bathroom. We will on the loo. No, it wasn't really. So, that's the place where we're staying. And that is the end of our first day, or our travelling day, on our Staycation 2021 to North Devon, Bradworthy to be precise. And we're finishing off with a beautiful sunset while we're sat in the garden having some drinks. So, catch you tomorrow, guys. Good morning, everybody. So, the UK for a full week is melting. Everybody's getting 30, 35 degrees. That's centigrade. We come on our holidays for the first day. It's raining. And it's chucked it down all night. I'm just trying to dodge the cow bombs, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that was usual. Taking the... Did you see that then? The speedy dog. Taking the speedy dog out for a business, as usual. 7 o'clock in the morning, as usual on holiday. Just tried to sleep on the smallest bed in the world. With my volcano of a wife lay right on top of me, listening to the rain absolutely chucking it down. But anyway, we're on holiday, so that's all that matters. Anyway, it's also G's birthday. She's still asleep, she don't get up at 7 o'clock. So we've got things to do for her birthday today. Robin's getting up there. Wind farm! Wind farm! Anyway, look at that for a view. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. That's where we're staying down there. So, better get on with the dog doing the business, and we can get on with our first full day in Devon, in the rain. So, to celebrate George's 24th birthday on the 24th, we're having a pool party. There's the pool, there's the Barbie, cracked open the tinnies. So let's get the Barbie sorted out, and let's get this party started. Cheers. So the sun's finally decided to come out. We've been waiting all day. It's 4:30. So just got to get this Barbie sorted now, if you can see it. There it is. Swimming pool's all ready. Let's go and have a look at the swimming pool. Brought all the way from Hyde. Look at that. What a swimming pool. We put it on a slope, so we've even got a deep end. So hopefully we'll be giving it some swimming around in the swimming pool at the pool party. All we got to do now is wait for the guests to turn up. Well, they're sat in the living room watching Top Gear, while me and Charlotte are preparing the food. So let's get on with it. So finally, it's gone down a little bit with the old smokeroonie. We're only having sausages and chicken legs. Oh, and steak as well. So start with the old sausages. How come me can't boil an egg but think I can Barbie? Where's that come from? Is that true, darling? I can't boil an egg. Sausages are right. So let's have a look and see how we're doing. Wow, well, the cooking not quite done yet. Hopefully I don't give anybody salmonella. Sausages are looking good. Another couple of minutes. Let's see how we're doing. Ooh, yes, look at those. That one looks pretty done. That one looks pretty done. So does that one. These chicken legs look done. So that's the sausages done. Well, sausage and chicken legs, bar these three. Now we got the steaks on. So let's see how the lamb steaks are doing. Ooh, I think pretty much say the sausages are done. So let's finally see how the steaks are done. Ooh, yes. They look done for lamb steaks for me. I think they're done anyway. Yeah. Well, it's just a card left. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And they're all going out, Georgia. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hooray! Happy birthday, G. Morning everyone, welcome to Sunday, or day 3 of our staycation to Devon. So, kind of blue sky trying to come out there. It's only 7 o'clock again in the morning, and I think you've guessed it, taking her out again. If you can see her there. Taking her out again for a business. Now they were celebrating George's birthday well into the early hours this morning, so I'm not expecting to see everybody up anytime soon. The champagne was flowing last night. Anyway, we've got to go to Bude today. The reason we're going to Bude is, well, for one, it's a nice place by the looks of it. And 2, we've no Wi-Fi signal here. We haven't even got any 3G. It's horrendous. We can't book anything. We tried to book 3 places yesterday, but we just run out of signal all the time, and we can't book anything because it's not secure. And we don't, because we have to go on our apps as well to verify everything. Can't book out. So we're going to have to try and find somewhere with some free Wi-Fi so we can book our trips for the rest of the week. So we're going to Bude this morning. So I can enjoy the peace and quiet in this beautiful countryside. I'm a Jack Jones then. Well, besides the moat, but anyway. See you in a bit. This is a blast from the past. sat here reading yesterday's paper because I didn't get time to read it. So Bude is a seaside town in northeast Cornwall. So it's just over the borders. And it's going to take us about 20 minutes to get there. So it's a lovely seaside town, so let's find out what Bude has to offer. So, the seaside place of Bude. My advice is, don't bother coming. Can't park, can't find anywhere to eat. If you want to play golf, there's a golf course. We've just been here for 2 hours and we ended up going to the Chippy and then finding a little pub which allowed us to eat in the pub with our fish and chips. So yeah, don't bother with Bude unless you're playing golf, of course. Now, one of the things we get to see twice a day, because we are actually staying on a working farm, is, you see them in the background over there? The cows. So it's 4:30, so they're coming back to be milked, and we see them going every day to the fields after they've been milked first thing in the morning. So it is a sight to behold. And that is the end of Sunday and day 3. And we're still none the wiser at booking anything because we couldn't find any free Wi-Fi in Bude. We couldn't even find anywhere to sit down and eat. Anyway, tomorrow's weather forecast, not looking good. It's going to be a bit stormy, thunder and lightning. So we're looking for somewhere to go indoors tomorrow. That's if we can book it. Anyway, like I say, end of day 3, roll on day 4, and I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Morning, everyone. It's Monday. And guess what? Can't upload the video because we've got no Wi-Fi. Even the ones I've got preloaded, I can't even access them. Fuming. So, if you're waiting for a video on Tomcat Monday and Tomcat Wednesday, it ain't happening, I don't think. Anyway, so today we're going to a glass blowing place, or trying to get there, because the weather's going to be so bad today. My wife wants to go to, she loves glass, she wants to go to a glass blowing place. And we might be able to book it on the phone, so we're just going to have to walk up the hill, I think, to get a signal. So me and Rosie are trying a different field this morning. See what there is to offer around here. It's not as full of cow bombs around here. But that's the plans for today. I apologise for those waiting for the video today. It might not happen. But I was going to say that's England for you, but we should have Wi-Fi everywhere we go, shouldn't we? We should have 3G everywhere we go. It's what we expect these days. Anyway, I'm going to go into these woods now and find out what's there. Now, Dartington Crystal is actually in the small village of Torrington, which is about half an hour from where we are at Bramworthy. So here we are at Dartington Crystal.
Dartington.
There's the factory. So just going to walk over there to the visitor centre and see if we can do a factory tour. Dartington Glass was born in 1967 and changed its name to Dartington Crystal in the 1980s. Dartington Crystal began through the Dartington Hall Trust to assist with the economic regeneration of rural Devon. Originally, 16 glass blowers from Scandinavia trained a few local apprentices. On average, it takes about 10 years to become a master glass blower. Today, Dartington Crystal is the UK's leading glass manufacturer, which also has royal approval. The first piece of glass was made on this site on the 12th of June 1967. It was a limited edition tankard called FT1, which stood for Frank Thrower 1. In the Visitors Centre, you can learn about the history of Dartington Crystal and also the history of glass. You can also watch one of their master craftsmen actually engraving the glass, as you can see here. There are also lots of specialist display cabinets showing all the special crystal glass which has been engraved for all different companies and all special occasions. There's also crystal replicas of the FA Cup, which have been commissioned by the FA, which they present to past players and stars of football. Now, once you've finished in the Visitors Centre, you can go onto the factory floor and see for yourself the glass being made. You are behind protective screens and you can walk on this walkway which goes above the factory floor, so you can look down and see the process taking place. Now, the working temperature inside the furnace is about 1100 degrees centigrade. The clay pots which hold the glass inside the furnace need replacing every 6 weeks because of the heat. The furnace runs on natural gas and will run for 365 days a year without turning off. White hot molten silica sand, which is 24% lead crystal, is gathered on a blowing pipe, which is also known as the iron, before it is mouth blown and handcrafted into shape. Only basic tools are used to produce the correct form and dimensions, plus a large element of physical effort, skill, precision and judgment. Once cooled at the controlled rate, the item is finished and carefully inspected, with only the finest quality allowed to carry the official Dartington stamp of quality. So here you can see the glass blower's actually taken the molten glass out of the mould, which he's just blown into shape, and he's making this vase. He's now getting ready to break the glass, so what he's doing now is making the glass weak. Another guy is going to come across soon and stick another bit of glass and another pole to the bottom end of the vase so it can now be broke off. So this guy coming in now is the master glass blower, and he's just going to stick this little bit of glass and a pole onto the end of this vase, as you can see here. Right in the centre he goes, and we watched him loads of times and he did it perfectly every time. Then the glass blower then just breaks off the glass where he'd weakened it, and then it's taken over to this guy who's actually now going to finish off the neck of the vase. So he preheats it again in this little tiny furnace. It's fascinating stood there watching him do this. So after he's heated it up to the correct temperature, he then takes it over to his little stand. He then uses some calipers now to measure the neck of the bottle, or the vase as it is here. He then marks the end and cuts the excess off. He then puts it back into the little furnace again to melt the end, because he's going to make the neck of the vase smooth. He then takes it back out of the little furnace again, makes the alterations to the neck of the bottle to make it perfectly smooth and round. He then measures it, makes sure it's correct, takes it over to the table where he now breaks it off. He now, believe it or not, weighs it, writes down the measurement, and then it gets taken away then to be put in another oven to cool down over 24 hours before it ends up here in this biggest glass shop you will see anywhere. So that was the glass factory. Very worthwhile turning up. Bit disappointed though. The cafe, it's got nothing in it. You can have a sandwich or you can have a salad. So off to find somewhere to eat, because you know I will like to eat lunch when we go out. And that is the end of day 4. It's raining, so we've no sunset tonight, and I'm in agony because we've just been toy fighting, me, Will, Charlotte and Georgia, and the dog came up and bit me right where it shouldn't, and I'm in pain, I'm in agony. So hopefully Charlotte will rub him better tonight, but that's another story. So before I start crying, I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Morning everyone. Bit of a late one this morning because it's 10:30, not 7 o'clock, because at 7 o'clock this morning it was absolutely chucking it down. Rosie, what is that stupid dog doing again? She's already had to have a bath once. Get out of it. Anyway, because the weather is so bad today, the big tractor going past us, we're going to a war museum. You know me and my war museums. So we're going to Davidstow, Cornwall at War and Airfield Museum. Going out for lunch first though, and then we're going over to the museum this afternoon. So that's pretty good, hopefully. This dog's doing our heads in because she keeps rolling in the cow milk. And she's done it again. Charlotte's going to kill me because it's another bath for the dog. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's get to this museum. Well, let's get for lunch first and then get to this museum. Catch you in a bit. Royal Air Force Davidstow, or more commonly known as RAF Davidstow Moor, is a former Second World War Royal Air Force station, which is located 2.9 miles or 4.7 kilometres northeast of Camelford in Cornwall. There is also the museum there, and that's where we're off to now. So let's get to this museum. Come on. Hello.
Gas training?
Yeah.
Do you need any?
What's this for? Gas training?
We're just here for a holiday.
There you are. Okay. I was just interested in the gas training. So,
Yeah.
right, you can park on the left or the right, whichever side you want, and then just come and check in the garden, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Rockchin. Gas training.
That's quite good. You could have said I overscored Derek rather than just staring him out.
And what's their
He was
holiday?
clearly interested in it.
That's what I do, mate.
So here we are at Davidstow Airfield and Museum. Over there is a rapier. Over there is a little missile. And over there is Cathedral City, where they make cheese. Now here we have a rapier, which is a surface-to-air missile launcher. Not a tank. It's a rapier. Oh, Will's found himself a William Jeep.
That Vin Diesel.
Now this room brings back memories from my childhood. All these Airfix models on the wall, which I loved making when I was a kid. And my brother Dave loved smashing up. So Will is climbing all over a Humber Pig, which is an armoured car, which was used in Northern Ireland. And the vehicle behind it is a Deuce and a Half, which is basically an American truck. They called it a Deuce and a Half because it could carry 2.5 tons. This is a Fairy Gannet, which is an anti-submarine warfare aircraft intended to be used in an airborne early warning role on aircraft carriers for the Royal Navy. This plane next to it is an F6 Orca Hunter. Now this is the V1 flying bomb, also known by the Allies as the Buzz Bomb or the Doodlebug. It had a maximum speed of 640 km an hour or 400 miles per hour, flying between 600 and 900 metres or 2,000 and 3,000 feet. The RAF really only had two defences against the V1, that was the Mark V Spitfire or the de Havilland Mosquito. Wehrmacht first launched the V1 against London on the 13th of June 1944. This is a spooky room. I feel like I'm being watched. By lots of people. Very creepy. Especially those two creepy ones there. Oh, don't forget that one over there as well. What are these two ladies looking at? What's that guy got behind there? The Davidstow Airfield and Cornwall at War Museum is located on part of the old World War II Airfield RAF Davidstow Moor. It covers about 2 acres and holds thousands of items in 18 separate buildings. This land was acquired by the RAF in 1941 and the 3-runway airfield with extensive dispersal areas was constructed in the first half of 1942. Despite the moorland conditions, construction was reasonably straightforward, although it did involve the removal of various field boundaries, the closure of minor roads and some drainage work. RAF Davidstow Moor closed in December 1945 at the end of World War II, and many of the buildings including the hangars were soon removed. It became a motor racing circuit known as Davidstow Circuit in the early 1950s, and there was 3 Formula 1 races held here. This airfield was probably one of the least used by Coastal Command, but probably the most famous plane flown here was the Vickers Wellington, which was an anti-submarine patrols over the Channel and the Bay of Biscay. And that was our little short trip to Davidstow War Museum. A great place to come for a couple of hours and it only costs £6. £6 each. How good's that? Loads to see, and it's a must-do day when it's miserable like today because it's raining. But the two guys who are here, who are everywhere, wherever you're walking around, you hear them. Absolutely amazing. So make sure you pay it a visit. And that is the end of day 5 of our Mabon Robbins holiday staycation to North Devon. So definitely no sunset tonight, because all it's done for the last few hours is absolutely chuck it down. But as well as the end of day 5, this is also the end of part 1. So if you've liked this video, why don't you give me that thumbs up or leave a constructive comment down below. If you've not subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe because it helps. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because you want YouTube to tell you when we're uploading these vlogs. Mainly Mondays and Wednesdays if you didn't know. Anyway, all I've got left to say is thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on part 2 very soon. Cheers guys.